And once again, I am Teverz, and I am back to share more of my treasures. Hi guys, let's get to that. So first I want to start off by saying sorry. In the last video I said that was probably going to be the last video, and then as I was making that video I'm like, oh crap, I still had a couple more, and as I did that video I realized I could not put all of the treasures in my life into one video because I had too much, and then I still had family to deal with. So 2 more videos. This would be the second last one, and then hopefully family will only be 1. Might end up being 2. Let's hope not. Anyway, more treasures. So the last video was about my kids and the ups and downs and the beauties of all my kids, but the joys about having children is that one day those children are probably going to have children too. And there's a sign on my front door that says, grandkids welcome, parents stay away. And that's because no matter how much I love my own kids, my grandkids are absolutely my blessing and reward for being a parent. But I want to talk about my grandkids. Now, you guys have had the privilege of seeing a couple of my grandkids in my movie reviews, and if you haven't seen my movie reviews, hey, watch those. Because you get to learn about at least 2 of them. But how many grandkids do I have? Well, biologically, we have 4, but a possible of 5, depending on results happening. You can thank my son for those challenges. I'm gonna start with my daughter's kids and the joys of those. So she has 3 boys, wonderfully, and I should tell you the story about how the first one came about. Now, I made a deal with my daughter not to have any kids until I was 40. Now, there's a story behind that one, because you see, my mom, since my mom gave birth to me early, my mom became a grandparent at 37 and got mad at me and told me, you could have at least waited till I was 40. And I'm like, I had kids at 22. That's when my daughter was born. So on my 40th birthday, my daughter comes to me and she says, "This is your birthday present, Dad. I'm pregnant." Yay. Okay, now my daughter's 17. She can be 18 that year, but 17. And I'm like, oh crap. I didn't want you to be a parent yet. It would have been great if you had waited a few years. But yeah, okay, so that's fine. Nothing I can do to change that. And if I'm ecstatic, then I'm going to have a grandson. And I'm hopefully going to put some pictures in here somewhere along the way so you can see some of the things that I've enjoyed in my life with these. But so, 9.5 months later, I get this beautiful little boy, Tristan, and he's the first one I made movie reviews with him. And you see how much he looks like me, how much he acts like me. He's such a goof. Now, my daughter wasn't the perfect parent when she first started off, and ended up eventually having to have the children taken away for a little bit. And that was very hard on her. But proudly, guys, just her, every parent tries to do the best. My daughter, changed her life around, got herself back into her boot, and is an excellent parent. Excellent parent. She has a lot of my parenting styles in there, and the kids are fun. So I got Tristan, and lots and lots of fun with Tristan. And then a couple years later, Zachary was born, and I should start with. I'm going to start with one story from Tristan. I'm going to do a story for each of them, but Tristan. So, not too long ago, he spent a weekend here. Mom is trying very hard to get him to keep his room clean. And I am one of those firm believers as a parent that you rule by example and not by what you say. So they're having a hard time getting it. I says to my grandson, I says, how's your mom's room? And he says to me, he says, oh, mom's room's a mess. I'm like, so if mom is telling you that you have to keep your room clean and the rules are the same for everybody in the house, then maybe you should tell your mom that she should keep her room clean first, and if she keeps her room clean, then you'll be more than glad to keep your room clean. Now, of course, he went back and did that. That was like fun. I do like teaching my Hey, the joys about being a grandparent is it's payback for all the times that your children gave you fun in your life. My daughter was a challenge, huge challenge, stubborn as all heck, and there are stories about, and I'm going to tell those in the future ones about things that my own daughter, laugh moments. So on to Zachary. Now, Zachary doesn't live with mom. He was in a stage where they took him away from birth because mom was not in a place ready yet to that point. The sad part about that whole thing is that caused a lot of conflict in Zachary's life. He's with not a foster care, special name for it, and they take care of him. Now, but all of that conflicts that went on in his life, he tried to commit suicide last year at the age of 8. Tried to jump out of a moving car on a highway. The good thing is that opened up some doors for some counseling to him, and I'm telling you right now, you saw in the last music review, he's changed his life around for the better. He's actually become quite good, and I'm not worried anymore about him. Neither should you guys. Funny stories about Zachary. I'll give you the one. So here he is. He's 3 years old. I gave him my tablet to play on, and he's three. And when he was done, I found out that I had a crap load of new games loaded on my tablet. And it's an Android, and he got them from Google Play. And some of those games were paid games. You had to pay to install them or download them. And I'm absolutely amazed at how this happened, because the truth is, I've got it set so that anytime you buy anything from Google Play, you have to type in the password again for it to download and install. How does a 3-year-old know my password, which is, you know, numerous characters long, not in any particular order? You know, it's that, but he got in, how, I don't know, in and downloaded all these games. Absolutely impressed me, and all I knew at that point, this is going to be my tech boy. Tristan is my hopeless romantic artistic boy. I can see him being a painter or a sculptor or something like that, and in love with about 300 women, but honestly respecting each one of them. Zachary, on the other hand, is my tech boy. He's also a player. I can see him having 300 women without any of them else knowing about each other. And afraidly, I'm going to probably end up with like 300 great-grandkids from him, because he's that kind of a boy. And don't get me wrong, he's a very passionate, very loving kid, very respecting, and is another one of my treasures. Now, you get Owen, who's the youngest of my daughters. Now, this is the absolute most amazing boy. Now, mom has joint custody with him, so he spends 1 week with mom and 1 week with dad. So I don't get to see him as often, because in my firm belief is that if he was, see, the other 2 boys get to spend, once a month here with me, but the youngest one, he gets maybe twice a year, but because of his busy life. But this boy, you take those 2 boys and you put them together and you have this boy. So hopeless romantic, passionate, and extremely smart, technical, and everything, and knows how to play intelligently people. So here he's off to kindergarten, and he doesn't like being in school. 5 years old. It's not that he hates people or anything, just doesn't like being in school. So he decides one day and he's going to go and put his jacket on, and he's going to walk home. And that's a long walk. And the teachers are not allowed to physically stop him. So all they could do was have somebody follow him and call Mom, and hopefully Mom got there in time. Now, he did this over the course of time, and eventually by the time grade 1 came, Mom got smart and said, look, you guys can't keep him excited, then I'm going to take him out. So my daughter's homeschooling him, but I gotta love this kid. Absolutely love the kid. He's extremely intelligent. He has the same issue that I had when I was in school, where the teachers do not, I mean, you don't blame the teachers. They have a curriculum, they need to follow that, and it's not often you get a teacher who's going to allow you to go more. But he's one of those kids that you have to let him do his own thing, and trust me, if you let him do his own thing, he will go above and beyond what the rest of the class will do. I had the same issue too. Some teachers would, most teachers wouldn't. So we get bored in school. We don't want to be there. We don't give 100%. As a matter of fact, we'll probably give maybe about 10%. And that's where he was. So that's Owen. I love him because, you know, we talked about my parenting style in the last video, and what I love about all three of these children, I hear from the parents, oh my gosh, it's hard to deal with him, hard to deal with. Like, you know, Tristan and not wanting to do chores. I don't have a problem with any of my grandkids, because the truth is I raise them the same way that I raise my own kids. And options, choices. You always have choice. You can do this or you can do this. And if you don't do this, this is what's going to happen. Plain and simple. So Owen, who can be very defiant to his parents, I don't have any defiance from him. If I ask him to do something, he'll do it. And if he asks me to do something, if I got the time, I'll do it as well. And that's how it works. So those are my boys from my daughter. And then we have my son. Now, my son decides that he's going to get drunk, sleep with a woman, and next thing you know, he's being accused of being a dad. Now, it ended up taking blood tests, but eventually he got that done, and wow, I have this amazing other grandson, and that's Miles. Miles is awesome. He is, we're finding out that he could be autistic, but it don't matter. He's an amazing little boy, and you can see how much he loves his mom, and how well he is. He's a very well behaved little boy. I don't get to see him very often. I've only seen him a couple of times. He's 3, going on 4. But Mom gets to send pictures of him constantly to me. I enjoy those. And anytime that I'm in Toronto, I try my best to go see him. That's always the goal. I'm going to be going back in Toronto in a few months, so I'm mostly going to go spend some time with him again. And then my son, so I brought Miles and Mom up here to come visit us, and my son, who I warned not to get involved again, decided not to listen, and next thing we know, we now have a possibility of another grandson. It's borderline and could be, and I'm not trying to insult the mother of this child. She's actually a beautiful lady. But good possibility blood test, and we'll find out for sure whether or not. But that's Mason, and if we do find out, Mason's new. I haven't had the privilege of meeting him yet. I look forward to that, because he's a brand new baby. And so that's that is my other treasures in my life. Now I also have step grandchildren. I don't see or have much to do with them because most of them not here, so I'm good with that. But I wanted to say, guys, that the joys of your life, right? The treasures that you have, all the memories, and all the videos that I've done so far, everything, even though if I cried, not cried, all of these memories are great, but my grandkids give me the most. And they are the reason, part of the hugest reasons why I started making these videos, because the truth is I want them to know my life. I want them to know everything about me, and these videos are going to be here forever. And if they're not here, I've got them on my server, and the opportunity at any point, somebody can make a DVD of all this fun that we could be. Anyway, guys, I wanted to share these. This one's a shorter video, not so much of a tearjerker, because these boys bring smiles to my life. And I wanted to thank you guys so much again for watching all these videos. You guys are amazing, and your comments have been wonderful. Share these videos with your friends. I really would like and hope that some people will be inspired in their life from the things that have happened in my life. So do what you need to. Other than that, guys, remember, life's too short. Get the heck out of the house. Go have fun with somebody you want to have fun with, because, hey, so much more fun. All right, guys, life's too short. Bye-bye for now.